You know, sometimes it seems that you need to go away from home to see what you could really see in your own backyard. For some of us in Washington State, this process began in the early 90s when we went on, we were lucky enough to go on study tours of some European nations. And there we saw how apprenticeship is used widely, not only in blue-collar jobs, but in white-collar jobs as well. And we learned the basic features of apprenticeship: earning while you're learning, learning to industry standards, getting a portable certification, learning by a mentor, combining workplace and classroom learning. Every feature you could want in a training program. And we came back home and we talked a lot about how great apprenticeship is and urged folks to expand it. But quite frankly, during the 90s, not much occurred besides talking about it. But this decade, we've engaged in a number of initiatives where we've been able to expand apprenticeship greatly in our state. There are a number of things we have done that together I think have been pretty successful. One of the first things we did was to build partnerships with the WIA system. And to do this, we took some of the WIA 10% money, the state set-aside money that the governor has a fair amount of discretion over. We took $1 million of that and partnered between the State Apprenticeship Division and Labor Industries and local WIBs in 6 projects. These projects were a variety of pre-apprenticeship as well as registered apprenticeship programs. They included some traditional fields such as construction, but also some non-traditional fields including apprenticeship in firefighting and paraeducators. This began a partnership between the local WIBs and the State Apprenticeship Division. It wasn't much money, but it got the two communities used to working with one another. And that has continued today. So for example, the State Apprenticeship Division has developed a workshop, so 2.5-hour workshop where they go in and provide TA at the one-stop centers around the state on how WIA can connect with apprenticeship. What really, though, increased the numbers in our state were some law changes around the utilization of apprenticeship on public works projects. This began in 2000 with an executive order by then Governor Gary Locke, who is now the United States Secretary of Commerce, and became a law for the first time in 2005. It was the first bill signed into law by then the newly elected Governor Christine Gregoire. And that's a powerful symbolic act, that the first law she signed required that on public works buildings, 15% of the work had to be done by apprentices. That proved to be quite successful. The following year, in 2006, it was expanded to transportation projects. The year after that, in 2007, it was expanded to public schools. And many local jurisdictions have followed suit, requiring 15% of the work done on their public works projects as well has to be performed by apprentices. This is probably the thing that, more than anything else, has increased our numbers. For years, we were stuck at about 9,000 apprentices in the state. Today, we're up to 16,000. And that increase occurred mostly over just a short period of time. The legislature and the governor have also partnered on some direct appropriations to apprenticeships. So for example, in I think it was 2007, or it might have been 2008, the legislature at the request of the governor appropriated $3 million to kickstart apprenticeship programs in aerospace. And that is one of the things we're touting now as we are competing with other states for the Boeing company's next assembly facility for the Dreamliner.